Okay, good morning, everyone. Today, inshallah, we will start with a new lesson, which is listening. But before we start, if I ask you, who can tell me what is today? Thursday, yes. So, today is Thursday. What's the date of today? The 4th of. Excellent. So it is the 4th of November 2021. So if you remember that yesterday we talked about the second part of our lesson, which is what? Reflexive pronouns. And we see that we used reflexive pronoun when the object of the sentence is the same of the subject in the sentence. So the reflexive pronoun of I is myself. Excellent. The reflexive pronoun of he is himself. Excellent. The reflexive pronoun of she is herself. Excellent. And also the reflexive pronoun of it is itself. This is what all of these are what plurals. And also we talked about the singular. And also we talked about the plural like what? We. The reflexive pronoun of we. Ourselves. Excellent. And the reflexive pronoun of they is excellent. Themselves. Now we will talk about the last one, which is you. And we say that we have two things. It can be singular as, yes, the reflexive pronoun of singular you is what? Yourself. Excellent. Yourself. But this is what? Singular. But in the plural, the reflexive pronoun of you, yourselves. Yourselves. Look here. As we can see, we use it self as singular, yourself, and yourselves as what? Plural. Is it clear? Okay, now we will answer the homework, which is this one, I guess. Okay, thank you. Fill in spaces with the correct reflexive pronoun. Let's start with the first one. Yes, yeah, Wais, read it. Yes, people enjoyed. Where is the subject? People. So instead of people, you can put they. So the reflexive pronoun of they is excellent. Themselves. Next. Yes, Barham? Well, turn up. Where is the subject? Calculator. Is it human or unhuman? Unhuman. So instead of calculator, you can put it. So the reflexive pronoun of it, excellent. Itself. Yes, Ibrahim? Adam. Hey, excellent. Instead of Adam, he. So, him, excellent. Himself, playing, cooking. Thank you. Yes, yeah, Bara. Excellent. The students. So as we can see, it is ending with what? S. So this is what? Plural. So the reflexive pronoun of they is themselves. Next. Your skates. Skates. It is ending, ya Ahmed, with what? S. No, look at this one. Yes, Ahmed. It is ending with S. So any words ending with S, this is what? Plural. جمع. يعني instead of skates, you can put they. They. Yes, so the reflexive pronoun of they is themselves. Okay, please check your answer. Check your answer in your notebook. No, because here you don't have subject as you. This is not you. This is what? Your skates. So where is the subject? Skates. Okay. 1, 2, 3. Okay, now let's move. Let's move to your pupils book. All of you, please open your pupils book, page 28, I guess. 26, 7. I'm sorry. Keep silent. Open your workbook again, page 27. Let's start with our lesson. Today, inshallah, we will start to talk about listening. But before we start, if I ask you, look at these pictures, who can tell me what can you see in the first picture? Yes? Yes, we have here. Excellent. We have 5 people in Antarctica. Thank you. Thank you. Also, what can you see here? We have here what? Flag and tent. Excellent. And also we have here a group of people. Try to put the flag here in at the top of the tent. Is it clear? Okay. I guess this is maybe it can be tent or it can be what? Ice. Yes? Yes. Yes? Yeah. Now, as we can see here, we have what? We have this box. Inside this box, we have some words. Now, we will try to guess the meaning of each one. Let's start with the first one. Look at the word engine. What does the word engine mean in English? Engine. Yes, yes. In Arabic, muharrik, but in English, for our cars. Excellent. It is a machine that gives our cars the power. So it helps our car to move from one place to another. So without engine, your car can't move, صح? Yes. So engine means what? A machine that you can find it in your car. Without this engine, your car can't move from one place to another. Is it clear? So what does the word engine mean? Excellent. Number 2. Who can read it? Who can read it? Number 2. Expedition. Expedition. Again, what does this word mean? Expedition. Expedition means a long journey. A long journey. For example, for 1 year maybe, or for 6 months. So a group of people went to one place. So this is what? For a long time. So expedition means a long journey. A long journey to a dangerous place. To a dangerous place. Excellent, excellent. So they should go to the dangerous place. تمام؟ Again, what does the word expedition means? In English, a long journey for dangerous place. A long journey for dangerous place. Hero. What does the word hero means? In English. In English, please. In English. Strong man or brave man. So hero means brave. So what's the part of speech of the word hero when I say you are hero? Adjective. Excellent. Excellent. Okay. Journey. Journey. Give me synonym of the word journey. Yes, give me synonym. Synonym. Journey, like in English, yes. Trip. Excellent. So journey and the trip, both of them have the same meaning. Again, so we have here, we say that hero means what? Brave. And the part of speech of both of them are adjectives. Journey, the synonym of the word journey is what? Trip. Picnic, picnic, we can use picnic in order to what? To go to the place as what? As to make you happy, to feel fun, something like that. But here, journey as a trip. Tamam? Okay. Expedition, and we say, what does the word expedition mean? Long. Excellent. Long journey for a dangerous. Excellent. Place. So we have here aim, which is what? To go to the dangerous place. Again, what does the word engine mean? A machine. Excellent. Excellent. A machine. Bravo. Yes, a machine. شو الهدف منها يا مس؟ Excellent. That makes you car moving. Long. Yes. And okay, look at this word, race. Race. What does the word race mean? Yeah, in English. A competition. Excellent. So race, excellent. Race is what? A competition to see who is the faster. Who is the fastest? Yeah. Journey. Next. Sledge. Sledge. I think that we can use it. Excellent. So sledge is what? Transport for people in snow. أسهل إشي إيش نحكي. This is what? Transport. وسيلة نقل for people where? On snow or ice. So you should have snow or ice to what? To use the word sledge. تمام? This is what? Transport. Transport for people. Transport for people on snow or ice. Is it clear? So again, this is not race. احنا حكينا عن ايش؟ Long journey. South Pole. This is what? Lower? It is a place that we can find it. Find it where? In the as what? Antarctica, صح? Try to finish, please. Okay, now let's start with our lesson today in order to listen to two explorer. What does the word explorer mean? Excellent in English. A person who explores something. تمام؟ مكتشفين. هلا بدنا نحكي عنهم. بدنا نعرف اسمائهم. 1 2 3. Let's start.
There were two famous explorers who wanted to race to the South Pole. The British explorer Robert Scott.
Okay, again, we have two famous explorers who wanted to race where? To the South Pole. So if I ask you how many explorers that went to the South Pole, we have two explorers. Two explorers. Yes. Let's start to talk about the first one. The first one, نسمع مرة تانية.
There were two famous explorers who wanted to race to the South Pole. The British explorer Robert Scott and the Norwegian explorer Roald Amundsen.
Okay, the first one. What's the name of the first one? The Robert, yeah, Robert Scott. Excellent. And his nationality is Robert Scott. No, we will listen to this audio again. So give me your attention, please, and be careful.
There were two famous explorers who wanted to race to the South Pole. The British explorer Robert Scott and the Norwegian.
The first one, excellent, the British explorer Robert Scott. So the first one, who is from Britain. Yeah. So his nationality is British. So what's the name of that person? Robert Scott. Excellent. So the first explorer who is what? British, and excellent, who is British man, and he is what? His name was Robert Scott. And the second one, listen carefully.
The South Pole is in Antarctica and is the coldest place on Earth. Robert Scott and the Norwegian explorer Roald Amundsen.
Okay, and the second explorer was what? Robinson what? Roald Amundsen. And his nationality was Norwegian. His nationality was Norwegian. So he is from, yes, Norwegian. Yeah, is it clear? Is it clear? Again, how many explorers that we have here? Two explorers. Okay, if I ask you about the first one, what's the name of the first explorer? Robert Scott, and he is from Britain. Yeah, so his nationality was British. And the second one is Roald Amundsen. Roald Amundsen, and he was Norwegian man. He was Norwegian man. يعني شخص نرويجي. Is it clear? Okay, complete it, please.
The South Pole is in Antarctica and is the coldest place on Earth.
You should know. Here, the author give us what? Give us a fact. The South Pole is located where? In Antarctica, yeah. So you should know that this place is the most or the coldest place in our country. In the world. تمام؟ هو أبرد مكان في العالم. This is what? South Pole. So you should know that this is what? The coldest place on the earth.
The journey to the South Pole is very difficult and dangerous because of the freezing temperatures.
Okay, why do you think that the journey of the Antarctica or the South Pole was very dangerous? Why? Because the temperature. Excellent! Because the weather at that place was very freezing. So what does the word freezing mean? In English, very, very cold. Excellent. Again, why do you think that the journey of that place is very difficult? Because the weather or the temperature is under 0. That's why it was very freezing. تمام؟ خلينا نكمل.
Captain Scott had been to Antarctica in 1901 to do scientific research. Amundsen had spent...
Okay, let's start to talk about the first one. Robert Scott went to Antarctica to make what? Scientific what? Scientific experiments. يعمل تجربة علمية. And he decided to be the first one who reached what? Yes, اللي هو South Pole. Let's listen to this again.
Captain Scott had been to Antarctica in 1901 to do scientific research. Amundsen had spent a winter in Antarctica, but hadn't yet tried to reach the South Pole.
And also Amundsen, Amundsen also decided to be the first one who reached what? The Antarctica, but he didn't reach this place yet. Is it clear? Yeah.
Both men planned their expedition in different ways because they had different aims. Both wanted to reach the South Pole first, but Scott also wanted to do scientific research on the way.
Okay, if I ask you, what's the main aim of expedition for Scott? What's the main aim? Excellent. To make a scientific research, this is the first one, and to be the first one who reached what? The South Pole. Okay, what about Amundsen? What about Amundsen? He has just one aim. To what? To be the first one who reached the South Pole. Maritime. Scott, his aim is what? To be the first one who reached the Antarctica, and also he decided to make scientific research. Is it clear? But if I want to talk about Amundsen, he has just one aim. To what? To be the first one who reached what? To reach what? The Antarctica. Is it clear? Tamam? Okay. Let's complete.
Scott decided to use horses and sledges with engines. He thought they would give him an advantage. Amundsen taught himself and his men to use dogs to pull the sledges. Horses.
Okay, again, let's listen to this way that we can use it in order to move from one place to another.
Because they had different aims. Both wanted to reach the South Pole first. But Scott also wanted to do scientific research on the way.
Scott decided to use horses and sledges with engines.
Okay, so Scott decided to use what? Horses and sledge. Excellent. Sledge what? With engines. Again, Scott uses what in order to move from one place to another? So they used horses and sledge in order to move from one place to another. This is about what? Scott. Now let's listen to Amundsen.
Thought they would give him an advantage. Amundsen taught himself and his men to use dogs to pull the sledges.
But Amundsen used dogs. Excellent. Again, so we have differences between Amundsen and Scott. Scott is using what? Horses and sledge with engines in order to move from one place to another. But Amundsen used dogs with what? Sledges. Excellent.
Scott and his team started in November 1911.
Okay. Scott and his teams started the expedition in November. Excellent. In November 1911. ركزوا على التاريخ. November 1911. What about Amundsen?
Too cold for the horses. Also, the engines on the sledges broke down.
خلينا نسمع مرة
So
ثانية.
Scott's men
نسمع مرة ثانية.
did in November 1911, because it was too cold for the horses. Also, the end.
But unfortunately, it was too cold for horses.
Engines on the sledges broke down.
So the engines and the sledges broke down. شو صار فيهم؟ Broke down. So what happened with Scott and his team?
Scott's men had to tie themselves to the sledges and pull them. This was very slow and tiring.
So Scott and his team tried to what? Tie the sledges with each other. Tie. What does the word tie mean? Yes, بلش يربطوهم. But that's why it was so slow to complete his journey. For what? For Scott and his team. So do you think that Scott and his team will be the first one who reach the South Pole? So we will see.
But they continued.
كملوا.
Amundsen's team began their expedition in October 1911.
So Amundsen and his team started his journey on October 19. Yeah, October. هدلاك قبل بس نشوف مين فاز. Excellent.
Dogs were good at pulling sledges in the day and keeping themselves warm at night.
Okay, dogs are what? Are good to pull what? The sledges. So do you think that this team is the fastest or the first one? So you will see. Okay.
This helped Amundsen make good progress.
Scott and his team arrived at the South Pole on the 17th of January 1912.
So Scott and his team reached the South Pole in January 1912. January 1912. And 17th of January 1912. But what about Amundsen?
And saw a Norwegian flag.
Okay, and Scott and his team put what? The Norwegian flag. Put the Norwegian flag.
Had arrived there first on the 14th of December 1911. Scott's team had lost the race.
After they reached the South Pole, Amundsen's team succeeded in getting back to camp safely.
Okay, what about Amundsen and his team? They reached the South Pole, yeah, in 4th of December 11. Who's first? Amundsen. With dogs. Why do you think that Amundsen and his team was the first one who reached the South Pole? Because they used excellent dogs and goods. Dogs are dogs to what? To pull the sledges. That's why they reached first. Is it clear? But what about Scott and his team? The sledges are broken down. That's why they try to tie them with each other. So do you think that this is what make the journey fastest or slow? Yeah, slowest one. That's why they decided to what? To tie them with each other. Is it clear? خلينا نكمل.
But Scott's team got into trouble because the weather became very bad. Their journey back to camp took longer, so they didn't.
Okay. After they reach the South Pole, Amundsen team succeed in getting what? Getting back to camp safely. Because they had what? Dogs, and dogs help them to pull sledges and go back to the camp. What about Scott? But Scott's team got into the Tirapel. Why? Because because the weather became very bad in January. So what happened with the Scott? They don't have what? Horses can't can't move quickly from one place to another because they don't have what? Sledges, because they are broken down, and the weather became at that time very bad in January. That's why they didn't know how to get back to the camp. Okay, let's complete.
Didn't have enough food. Although Scott and his men had lost the race, they are remembered as heroes. Their courage and their scientific research helped us to know more about Antarctica.
Okay, Scott and his team know that this is a competition, and they learned more and more about Antarctica. That's why this is a race, and you should be what? You should be happy to do this experiment. Is it clear? That's why, again, what does the word competition mean? Yeah, in English, a long journey for dangerous place, like this place, South Pole. Is it clear? Now let's try to answer question number 1. Write it true if the statement is correct. So we will write it true if the statement is correct, and false if the statement is incorrect. Let's start with the first one. Robert Scott was Norwegian. No. So Robert Scott was British. Excellent. Next, the South Pole is difficult to get to because it's too cold. This is true. 3, who can read it? Both men went on their expeditions for the same reason? False. Hakina, what's the reason for Scott? To what? To make scientific research and to be the first one who reached what? The South Pole. And what about Amundsen? Excellent, to be the first one who reached the Antarctica. Next, Scott decided not to use a sledge with engines on his expedition. True, because it's what Hakina we said. Excellent, thank you. Scott's horses were able to pull the sledges. Horses can't be able to what? To pull the sledges. That's why they are broken down. Excellent. It is what we say that it's false. Next, both explorers succeed in reaching the South Pole. Yeah, this is true. Yeah, false, true, false, true, false, true. Yes. Now let's move to the next question. هذا السؤال الأحلى. يلا. Now we'll answer this question with each other. Again, I will open this audio again and to listen to it. Then after that, we will answer the question. يلا.
There were 2
try
famous
to answer this
explorers
question.
who wanted to race to the South Pole. The British explorer Robert Scott and the Norwegian explorer Roald Amundsen. The South Pole is in Antarctica and is the coldest place on Earth. The journey to the South Pole is very difficult and dangerous because of the freezing temperatures. Captain Scott had been to Antarctica in 1901 to do scientific research. Amundsen had spent a winter in Antarctica, but hadn't yet tried to reach the South Pole. Both men planned their expedition in different ways because they had different aims. Both wanted to reach the South Pole first, but Scott also wanted to do scientific research on the way.
Scott decided to use horses and sledges with engines. He thought they would give him an advantage. Amundsen taught himself and his men to use dogs to pull the sledges. Scott
Okay,
and his team-
let's start to answer number 2. Had they been to Antarctica before? Yes. Here and also yes. Okay, what about transports for Scott? They used what? Horses, excellent. Sledges, excellent. Horses, sledges, with what? With engines. Okay, what about Robert, yeah. Amundsen, excellent. Dogs, sledges. And we say that dogs and sledges. Okay, now let's move to start date. Listen carefully. Bravo, bravo. Now we will listen to this again.
team started in November 1911.
Bravo.
But
So it started November 1911. What about Roald Amundsen?
it was too cold for the horses. Also, the engines on the sledges broke down. So Scott's men had to tie themselves to
In
the
the same
sledges
year.
and pull them. This was very slow and tiring,
In the same
but
year.
they continued.
Amundsen's team began their expedition in October 1911.
So it started on October, excellent, 1911, bravo. What about arrival date? 17th of January, excellent. Now let's listen to this again.
Their dogs were good at pulling sledges in the day and keeping themselves warm at night. This helped Amundsen make good progress.
Scott and his team arrived at the South Pole on the 17th of January 1912.
Okay, again. Again. Excellent. 17th January 1912. Excellent. What about Amundsen? Yellow.
And saw a Norwegian flag. Amundsen's men had arrived there first on the 14th of December 1911. Scott's team had lost the race.
After they reached the South Pole, Amundsen's team succeeded in getting back to camp safely.
But Scott's team got into trouble because the weather became very bad. Their journey back to camp took longer, so they didn't have enough food.
So they arrive at, yes, December 14, excellent. 14 December, excellent. 1911, bravo. Who's the first? Amundsen, excellent, excellent. Okay, what happened, Yahram, on the way back with Scott and his team? They hadn't, at the end, they hadn't what? Food, excellent. So you should say that they didn't have enough food. They didn't have enough food. Okay, what's happened on the way back with Roald Amundsen? They excellent. They went back to the camp safely. رجعوا على المخيم صح؟ So they went back or they turned safely to the camp. They turned safely to the camp. Is it clear? Have a seat, sit down, please. Okay, again, why do you think that Scott and his team is not the winner? Because the horses, excellent, the horses, because the weather, yeah, because the weather was so freezing and cold. That's why the horses can't complete their journey. So what's happened? The sledges are broken down. So they try to tie them up. So do you think that is it easy? It is easy to complete their journey? No. Excellent. That's why. But if I ask you, why do you think that Amundsen and his team are the winner? Were the winner? Yeah. Because the dogs are what? Good. كانوا جيد صح? To what? To pull the sledges. Excellent. That's why they arrived at the first time. So they were the winner in this competition. Is it clear? No. Try to finish, please. Time's up. يعطيكم العافية إن شاء الله. Last time إن شاء الله, if you remember last time, we talked about reflexive pronouns. So يوم الأحد, on Sunday إن شاء الله, I will give you exam about reflexive pronouns. تمام? So that's why please prepare yourself. Thank you all and have a nice day. Bye bye.